Hello everybody, welcome to week 3 of our Yin Yoga practice. My name is Michelle, coming to you from Shaolin Kempo Academy in East Haven. Our postures today will once again be 2 minutes each. So let's begin in a comfortable seated position. Closing our eyes, gentle breaths in and out through the nose. Using this time to bring yourself to your practice. Leaving all your worries and cares behind for the next half hour. This is your time for you. Nowhere to go and nothing to do but to concentrate on yourself. With each out breath, feel any stress that you may have brought with you leave your body, flow down to the earth and be carried away. Let's change our breath slightly so that the out breath is longer than the in breath. Let's bring ourselves around onto our backs into Reclining Butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. We're going to take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to turn the head to the right side. Breathe into center. Breathe out, head turns to the left. Breathe into center. Breathe out to right. Breathe to center. Breathe to left. Continue on your own breath. One breath for one movement, breathing into the center and out to the sides. Connecting our breath to the movement is very important in yoga, whether you're doing a yin style practice or you're doing a yang style practice. Yoga is about connecting the breath and the body and the mind. This time when you come to center, squeeze the feet together, and as you breathe out, release the feet and turn the head. Breathe into center, squeeze the feet. Breathe out, release, and turn the head. Keep going back and forth. The next time you're back at the center, just stay there. And we're going to rest in Reclining Butterfly for about a minute. Place your hands on the inner thighs to add just a little bit more weight to the legs. Each out breath, allow the legs, the knees to settle down just a little bit more. Deep breath in and out. Place your hands underneath the legs and bring the knees together. Just windshield wiper them out. Come back to center. We're going to lift the hips, slide them over to the left, and then we're going to drop our knees to the right, stacking them. Arms are out to the side, and your face could either be facing up or you could face over the left shoulder. If your left shoulder pops up, you can either place something underneath it for support, or sometimes it helps to just bring the fingertips to the torso. That tends to ease the shoulder down a little bit. Finding a little bit more space with each out breath. Deep breath in and out. On your next out breath, bring it back to center, straighten the body out. Lift the hips, send them over to the right, and drop the knees over to the left. Working to get that twist in the upper body so that both shoulders are down, or putting support under the shoulder. As we talked about in the first class, we hold our postures for as long as we do to give the muscles a chance to relax so that we can get deeper into the connective joints. Yin is about the connective joints, whereas a Yang style yoga practice is more about the muscles. Yin, we go much deeper. The combination of the two styles of yoga are very complementary of each other, and I invite you to practice Yang style yoga as well. That would be your vinyasa, your kundalini, and any other variations that are out there. Keeping in mind, however, that in a Yin posture, we can do our postures just a little differently because we are doing them so slowly and holding them, whereas some of the techniques we use in Yin, if you applied it to a Yang practice, you might actually injure yourself. So always make sure that you're listening to your instructor and what they're instructing you to do, what they're guiding you to do. Take a deep breath in and out. On your next out breath, let's bring it back to center. Straighten out, windshield wiper the knees out. And roll over onto the side and press yourself up to a seated posture. We're going to do a few postures in Dragonfly. You want to be seated square on the sits bones. In the last class, I taught you how you can lift your hips up, slide forward, then settle down again. That keeps you nice and square. You also might want to sit on the edge of the blanket so your hips are up a little bit higher. And Dragonfly is a wide-legged position. Okay. And what we're going to do in our Dragonfly today is we're going to do lateral side bends, and we are also going to do a forward fold. So we're going to start with the lateral side bends. We're going to place the left hand to the inside of the left leg. We're going to take our torso, our heart center, and we're going to turn it towards the right leg. The right arm is going to come up and over and simply rest on the head. Now, while you're doing this, you're gently pressing that hand into the leg, and that helps keep you in the right posture with the heart center pointed out rather than down. We want to keep it out. Now, if it gets too much to have your body in this position with the arm hanging on the head, another way you could do this is simply by resting the head into the hand and placing that right arm onto the torso. So this is another way to do it. Either way, we want to make sure we're creating length in through the right side of the body, but at the same time, keeping the left side open. So it should be a C shape. We don't want to crunch down into it. Making sure that heart center is turned outward. Also, check in and make sure that you're not leaning backwards. We don't want to be back here, crunched down. We want to be nice and upright. Up and over. If at any point in the practice this way of doing it gets difficult, Just rest the head into the hand as I just showed you. Bring the arm down and come into it this way, but still keeping that heart center outward. Good, let's bring it back up, back to center, and we're going to take a quick twist pose just as a counter pose, twisting towards the left. Look over the shoulder. And back to center. Good, and we're going to go over to the other side now. Right hand is to the inside of the right leg. We're going to turn towards the left, and left arm comes up and over, resting on the head, or resting your head in your hand. Paying attention to that right side, making sure we're not crunching into it, keeping everything lifted, creating length, creating space. Tuning into the breath, listening to the sound of the breath. Bring it back up. Twist towards the right, look over the shoulder. Come back to center. Bring the legs together. And let's windshield wiper them out before we go into our Dragonfly forward fold. Good. Let's bring the legs to stillness and set up for our forward fold. There's several ways you can do this. So we're going to bring our legs wide again, sitting square on the sits bones. If you have blocks, you can stack the blocks like this, one on top of the other. And if you have a bolster or pillow, you set it here, and then you would come down onto your support system. If you only have blocks, you can stack them in whatever way that's at a height that you can rest your forehead down. If you don't have any props at all, just use your arms to rest on, or maybe forearms, whatever works for you. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of time to set that up. And let's begin. Whenever we do a forward fold, we always want to make sure that we're hinging from the hips, not the lower back. And it's perfectly fine if you want to bend into the knees a little bit. You can also, if you have some blankets nearby and you are bending into the knees, it's always nice to put blankets or something soft, maybe a pillow underneath them, so they're not just hanging out in outer space. Because again, with yin, we want as little muscle activation as possible. And if they're kind of just hanging out there, then you're activating the muscles more than really what you want in a yin practice. And then we just settle down into our posture, knowing that if we have a setup like I have, we can always move those blocks away from us once our muscles relax a little bit more and we can go deeper. Or you could stay where you are. It's all up to you. Deep breath in and out. Good. Let's bring it back up. Take your time. We're going to move our props out of the way. Bring the legs in. Let's windshield wiper them out. We have one more posture to do, which is going to be caterpillar. And come back to center. So caterpillar, as you can see, I'm slow on my blanket, so my hips are up a little bit, and you can certainly feel free to do that. It's an option. Everything's always an option. And again, you can have the knees slightly bent with something underneath them for support. That's fine too, or not. And when we forward fold into our caterpillar, we're going to do it with a rounded back. That's where our beach ball comes into play. So you have a beach ball in front of you, and you're going to kind of be lifting up and over that beach ball and coming forward. You can put whatever you want in front of you as a prop to rest your forehead on. You can use your blocks, or a lot of times I like using my bolster. I put it in my lap, and then I could just fold myself over my bolster, so it's my beach ball. Okay, so those are your options. And let us settle into our caterpillar. Rounding that back, bringing the chin down to the chest, and focusing the breath on the back of the body, into the back, letting the lungs open up and close like butterfly wings. Deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. Good. Let's roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. And prepare for Savasana. Whatever posture is comfortable for you for Savasana. It could be laying down, it could be seated, you could have your legs up the wall, whatever works for you. Just allow yourself to settle into your body. Letting everything relax, let go. Focusing on the breath. The incoming and outgoing of the breath. What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Nowhere to go, nothing to do, but be here in this moment. Bring your awareness back to the room, back to the breath. Begin to bring movement into your body. And when you're ready, bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Take a deep breath in. Let it out through the mouth. Let's bring our hands to Anjali Mudra. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 eternal peace. Our practice is ended. Namaste.